Should old acquaintance be forgotten and never brought to mind? Woo, woo! Should old acquaintance be forgotten and days of old lang syne? Yay!
You know, I've said this multiple times, but that's got to be the dumbest way we've opened a show.
At this point, it's very normal. This is very normal. Hey everybody, it's Sara.
And it's Charity.
And welcome to Bobbleheads on the Dash.
New Year's edition!
Yay! It's January.
In case you didn't know. And we're going to toast the new year, so I am excited about this year. I am choosing to remain positive. I don't know if anyone else experienced this. 2025 kicked my butt.
It was a year.
In various ways. And even when I thought I had no more butt to kick, it found another place that hadn't been kicked yet. So you know what? Let's just be positive about the new year and be excited. So while I'm going to struggle and get this opened, Sara, what are you looking forward to most for this year? Do you have New Year's resolutions? Do you believe in resolutions? What are you thinking here?
I guess it's just goals. I feel like
isn't that the same thing?
I feel like
with a different title.
I guess resolution. Some people are like, I'm gonna be a brand new person, and I feel like I'm still the same person, but the goals they just tread on from year to year, and I hopefully
you got rollover goals from 1986.
Rollover goals, yes, I think that's actually pretty good because it builds.
Yeah,
it's like because we did do some good stuff last year.
For sure, and I'm not ignoring that at all.
But I guess it's just now I will say, full honesty and disclosure, we were hoping for a little bit more. Maybe for some more opportunities from other opportunities, but that still doesn't mean it won't happen.
To put things on top of other things.
I'm keeping it very.
We're going into our best John Cleese mode.
Actually, that was more Graham Chapman, I think.
Oh, that's true.
Monty Python is Monty Python. I guess I was just keeping it kind of generic. Just because the thing is, we want to do a lot of things, and it usually all is all under the blanket of arts and entertainment and just kind of being creative. So it really wasn't necessarily one thing in particular. It was like many things. So that was why I kind of kept it like things didn't happen, but things did happen.
I will say for us, one of the main challenges that I've even seen this past year in regard to media is how media has changed. And that seems very generic because a lot of things have changed even since we graduated college. And so we'll reach a new step and we're like, yay, we did it. And then media's like, hey, guess what? Here's AI or here's this being replaced or whatever. And so you're having to constantly pivot. So I think that does make sense that your goals have a kind of upgraded and kind of revamped themselves. But 2025 was good. We did our first feature film, and we got the audience award at the Tallgrass Film Festival.
So now we are award-winning feature filmmakers.
So that is definitely something to celebrate. Yeah. And we did, was that twice last year? We did the intros for the Orpheum.
Yeah, it's people are actually starting. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's been some good things out of it. We've been able to introduce films into Orpheum, and people are actually kind of expecting that when they see classic films. Yeah. So now it's almost like
we're Sara and Charity. There's a black and white movie. Where are they? What do I hear? The cracklings of an old film reel. So yes, good things did happen last year, and so let's just continue to build on that for 2026, and I think that is worth toasting.
Yes, I'm going to toast with my right hand so I can look.
And I'm toasting left-handed.
Oh, look at us, we're switching hands.
New Year's resolution, use your non-dominant hands.
Well, for clinking at least. That was a good clink.
That was a good clink, okay.
Ah, yes. Now here's the object of the game.
If you saw our video last time, I had trouble drinking.
Twice. For the promo we did, she clinked her tooth on the glass, and then for the actual episode, she clinked her tooth on the glass. I think that was the adult juice box episode. So
New Year's resolution, let's drink without hitting my teeth.
I know I will. Cheers. Oh, yes. She did it.
I did it. Yay!
This was a good year. What year was that, though?
Thank God, 2025 is when I purchased that.
What a good year for Martinelli's.
So many days ago. That's what you're supposed to do, right? For the people that drink, they're supposed to squish it around in their mouth and then like hot it.
You
Oh,
I don't know if you said that right.
Anyway, okay. Before we go too off the deep end, did you have any? I know we were talking about goals and resolutions and the difference between them, but what are some things you would like to accomplish this year, big or small? This is a safe space.
It's a safe space on YouTube. By the way,
no one judges you on YouTube.
By the way, you can like and subscribe to all of our platforms, including YouTube. So thank you for finding that. We're also available on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under We Harmon Sisters. So nice plug. Cheers again.
That's our resolution. We want all of you to follow us.
To be honest, yeah, watch us. We need like 53.6 million views on this video alone. So
why don't you just round up to 54?
Yeah, that's true.
Aim big. 54. Although I know you don't like the number 4. Let's go 55.
Let's go 60. I'm talking as if I actually do have alcohol.
I was just going to say, why are you starting to slur?
Am I?
I promise you, there's nothing in here but fruit juice and a few bubbles, and you're like about to start singing and swaying.
Well, we did All Anxiety at the beginning. I'll have to sing How Dry I Am. Nobody knows. You're not going to join in? How dry I am. How dry I am. Cheers. That deserves another one.
Let me catch up, because you're about to drink my whole bottle. Okay, before you drink anymore, what do you want to do 2026?
But in all seriousness, though, I would like to get a whole lot more followers on all of our platforms, because we actually really have some really great stuff that we want to offer. Stuff that we've done throughout the city of Wichita and even, outside of that. And I think people enjoy our company and our weird sense of humor and all that.
We've also had a lot of people ask us whenever we do our films, they're like, what else do you do? And it's like, I'm glad you asked, because we've been making content for at least 10 years. I mean...
Yeah, on various other platforms and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, our platform.
We've been doing it for a bit.
So our platform is still newish, but if you Google our names, you'll find us out there somewhere. So if you're really bored, or if you're just really interested, we do have other things, other offerings to give you on our online platform. But I'll get into some of my goals. So this is non-media related. So I take pictures of books. If I'm at the bookstore, or I'll screenshot something, or if someone sends me a photo of like, hey, I think you would enjoy this book, I'll save that photo into a little album on my phone. And I was looking the other day, and I've got a lot of pictures of like, where book suggestions go to die. And so, sometimes I'll go to the bookstore.
It's called the archives. That sounds a lot better.
Yeah, okay, it sounds like I'm an archaeologist or something.
Yeah, see, that's my historical input for what she's doing.
But I will say this year, because I'll go to the bookstore or the library, and I'm like, oh, hey, a new book, completely ignoring my book suggestion folder in my phone. So as I'm scrolling through the phone, I'm actually going to start looking for some of those books and actually reading them. Yeah. And that way I can kind of cut things off the list. So definitely would like to read more, which I feel like is a very typical New Year's resolution. But see, I would say this goal isn't necessarily for 2026. It's just whenever I decide to finish it. So I could read 3 books this year. I could read 300. It doesn't matter. As long as I read a book, I'm happy.
I'll give one. This was originally going to be a 2025 goal. I never got to it. I want to be drone certified. I would like to learn how to operate a drone, but you have to go through all the different. It's what I'm told is almost like it's like becoming a pilot in a way. So it's a little bit more involving than just here's how a camera works. It looks like you kind of have to learn about I guess maybe altitudes and stuff like that. I guess how high is too high. You get past certain jurisdictions, you can't go certain distances. So there seems to be a lot involved with that.
If an eagle swoops down and swipes your drone, you're probably going a little too high.
Yeah, but man, what a shot that would be, right? But yeah, so not only learning how to operate a drone, but also being certified. Another thing that I will say we've mentioned a lot on this podcast, and like I said, if you've seen us in person or visit our other platforms, we do something called Harmons in Hollywood, which we play classic films once a month in association with Tallgrass Film Festival, but also we want to do more independent stuff as well. That has been something I've wanted to do since I was like 14. I've been wanting to do that since I was a teenager. And so a few years ago, I was able to finally get that. Now, again, kind of like with our online presence, we would like to get more in-person presence as well, so that way I can keep that dream kind of going a little bit.
Well, that, and to be honest, like, this is going to sound really cheesy, like I'm an infomercial spokesman, but
aren't we all, right?
But, I mean, we do need that public involvement, or we won't get those opportunities, because really it depends on the audience that we bring in. So if we can bring in a lot of people to our events, we'll get to do more of them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reality of it. I mean, not to kind of bring a damper on it, but we do need that public involvement so that we can continue doing it. You guys say that you like it, so if you want us to keep coming back, you got to show up.
I know, it does sound like we're begging, and we're not, but at the same time, please, you know.
Please. But we're not begging you. No. It's at your earliest convenience, at your leisure. But please!
I'll drink to that. So if you guys watch, assuming the age group that we're attracting, there's a show.
Our Senior Wednesday crowd?
Yeah.
No offense, we love our Senior Wednesday crowd, for real. I feel like we hang out with more people that are our parents and grandparents' age and older than we do people our own age.
For me as a kid, it's always been like that. I haven't really been around a lot of kids my age, teenagers my age, even when I was in my 20s. That liked the same thing I did, but all the older ones did, so I've always gravitated towards them, and I guess they, me, if we want to do that.
It's kind of popular now, because you'll see on Instagram or TikTok, and there's a guy walking around like, oh, I love dressing like Clark Gable. You know, like, that's great.
And the fact that we know who Clark Gable is.
Yeah, that's great for the 2020s, but, you know, back in the early 2000s, we were like, hey, how about that Clark Gable movie? Huh? Like, nobody knew or cared, you know, so... We were doing it before you youngsters, kids these days, and their phones and their TikToks.
That makes us sound nice and
Back to our Senior Wednesday crowd.
But I will say, it has been nice that newer generations are being reintroduced. Well, I say reintroduced, but actually being introduced to a lot of old films, and they're appreciating it. And a lot of local theaters are playing more older films, and it's bringing in those crowds and all that. So I think we're in a good spot for sure.
It's our time.
It is our time. I will take another drink to that.
They also, theaters are also playing movies that I don't want to use the word old yet, so I'm going to say nostalgic. But
nostalgic, yes.
It's movies that we saw as kids. But I think by the time we got to watch it, it was either on TV or on a VHS tape. We didn't really get to go to the movies that much.
Yeah.
And going to the movies was kind of expensive for us back then, so we didn't get to go to the theater. So when a movie re-releases something, a childhood movie, we actually get to see it in theater for the first time. That's kind of a thrill for us too, because then you get to see it the way it's meant to be seen.
It hits different on the big screen. So 2025, we watched a lot of classic films. We watched Jaws for their 50th anniversary. We watched Sound of Music, I think for its 60th anniversary. What else we watched? Sunset Boulevard. Oh, Dial M for Murder. Honestly, this is the most I've probably gone to the theater in a while, and
because there's a reason to go.
Yeah, and most of the films were mid to early 20th century, which was really cool. So
we did see some modern ones too. We saw the new Knives Out movie. We saw
but even those films
have an old
for Knives Out, Fackham Hall. Yeah, it's a nod to
an older time.
So
much for that. I guess I didn't really prove my point. I proved your point.
Yeah, Hollywood has had a very dry spell in terms of entertainment.
So why not bring back the movies that people were actually wanting to see?
If you read the article when they replayed Jaws in the main theater, it was so popular it actually beat the box office of whatever the new movie was that was out at the time. So a 50-year-old film can still draw a crowd. I think that's pretty awesome. You know, you're able to have a legacy like that. So at least for what we like to do, it's been nice that the theaters are able to kind of play some of the old stuff and people actually want to see it. Humor is such an important thing. Oh my goodness. So on top of everything we do, we always want to make it funny. Like we say that like every 5 seconds. But one of the things that I would like to do, I'll say this is a little bit more personal, even like with doing Harmless in Hollywood. I would like to bring back variety shows. Now, I know that they have tried to do that in the past and it hasn't worked out, but that's just because I haven't been a part of the crew yet. So I think, but I think we're in need of variety. I think we are in need of comedy and just giving people a good laugh. And so this has been a goal of mine since childhood. Like I said, it's not really resolution, it's just enhancing the goals that I've been making for most of my existence. But yeah, I would like to put together, variety show, or like, a lot of us want to do like radio, so maybe like a live radio thing, but just something that we can perform in front of a live audience, and we know they'll get a good laugh out of it. A good hour and a half or something, 2 hours worth of just some levity. And I think that's a good thing. And I know it's a contradiction, but it's like I do take comedy very seriously because I want to be good at it, and I know people will benefit from it. It has health benefits. So, might as well get well in the process of getting a good guffaw out of there.
Mine's not comedy related, but you did mention radio show. Yeah. I don't really listen to too many podcasts. Oddly enough, I'm not really wanting to. I prefer like a scripted show versus listening to people talk.
So a scripted podcast.
Yeah, right? And so, I'm a big listener to Sherlock & Co. I think we've talked about Cabin Pressure before, or Don Fenimore's Souvenir Program. There's some other murder mystery shows that I've heard, some scripted shows that I love, and I would definitely love to create some of that. Mm-hmm. And I've kind of written different things. Writing is not my strong point as far as like script writing. I can write stories, I can write voiceover copy, but writing a script, that is something I really struggle with. But I think that's okay, because if I find someone who's really good at writing, I'm really good at producing and recording and editing. So like, if we can find a good crew to help us make that dream come true.
Oh, that rhymed. All I need is a crew to make my dream come true.
Yes.
Skull.
I would really like to do some of that this year, next year, and beyond. So that is definitely one of my media goals. So I've done a media and a non-media goal. Do you have a non-media goal? Did you do that one yet?
Non-media. I feel like most of my life, I feel like they merge.
They do collide.
So it's almost like my personal and my professional, or sometimes one and the same. But in terms of a personal goal,
maybe tap dancing. We talked about doing some tap dancing.
Yeah, I would like to get better in my tap dancing skills. Now, 2025 marked 20 years since I started tap dancing, but I feel like, but Bobblehead Sara can really get down with those fused feet of hers. But I feel like even though I've been dancing for 20 years, I really feel like I don't feel like, if you were to tell someone like, I've been dancing for 20 years, I'm like, oh wow, but it's really not that impressive. I feel like, life has gotten in the way, so I haven't been able to do it consecutively for 20 years. And so I feel like I'm not as good as where I thought I was going to be.
I will say, and if you want to put in some B-roll of this, you can. So was that December? Last month?
It was right before Thanksgiving, so end of November.
Okay, yeah, oh, that's right. So November. So Sara kind of halfway tricks me. We were going to an event, so we were just going to drive together. She's like, well, I got to go to dance class, but then afterwards we can just go straight to wherever it is that we were going. Mm-hmm. And so the day that I accompanied her to class was also like bring a friend to dance class day. Yeah. So I come there, I'm wearing jeans, and mind you, I had also completed a 2-hour workout, like really heavy weightlifting, cardio, the whole bit. And so I'm there, and everyone's there putting on their shoes, and they're like, oh, are you joining us? I was like, no, I'm just here to watch. Sara said it was bring a friend to class day, so I just wanted to see what y'all are doing. Yeah. And she's like, oh, okay, well, what size are you? I'm like in shoes? Like, she's like, yeah. So she goes back, the teacher goes back, she comes back in with tap dance shoes in my size, and she's like, okay, join us. I'm like, I was not prepared to dance here. Like, this was not what I had in my bingo card for right before Thanksgiving. Yeah. So anyway, was that an hour and a half?
It was almost an hour.
Oh, it was an hour? Okay, it felt like an hour and a half. Never tap danced before in my life, like ever. That was literally my first time ever putting on tap shoes and joining a dance class. Now, Sara and our other sister, Christy, they've done dance for many years. And I've wanted to do dance, and because of various health problems, I couldn't. So like, that was my first time ever doing any dance. And so I'm just like, I'm gonna stand in the back of the class, you know, but by the time everyone moves, you're kind of just in a straight line anyway. But yeah, so I danced.
I mean, I guess having someone there that has it, I guess it does make you appreciate, like, okay, I've gotten a lot of the techniques down. I mean, I'm not Fred Astaire status yet. You know, maybe that'll take.
But who is? You know.
I mean, well, yeah.
Well, actually, a lot of people are. But I will say, I was never one to say, oh yeah, dancing's easy. Like, I know it takes a lot of work to dance. Yeah. But I've never actually done it until last November. So that kind of put it into perspective. I mean, it was fun. Yeah. I wasn't prepared. Also, like I said, 2-hour weightlifting session, and then you're like, okay, let's do some dancing. I'm like, I wasn't, you know, so I'm sore. Yeah. And, you know, my poor little legs, but...
Well, hey, here's to trying new things. I'll drink to that as well.
Well, on that note, we would love to hear if you have any New Year's resolutions or goals, however you want to title them. Yeah. And then we also want you to follow us. So please follow us, subscribe, all of that stuff, and leave us a few comments. We love chatting with you.
Yes, leave comments, and join every single platform that we have available. And I'm trying to think what else.
Continue drinking to that.
Yeah. Woohoo. Happy New Year, everybody. Cheers. Here's mud in your eye. Here's eggs in your vest. Here's looking at you, kid.
Are you wearing a pink tie? No? Well, here's your lip.
Nobody's gonna get that unless you're Three Stooges fan. You know